That is one of my very favorite songs. It was one of the first songs that I heard when I started dating Marianne, and always has that song.
Oh, yeah?
Fields of Gold. Yeah. Fields of Gold. It was done by Sting. Yeah.
Done by the McKinleyville Community Choir.
Oh, well, then Sting copied it after you guys did it. Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Scott. I'm going to be your host for a little while here. Please, as a reminder, to silence anything that beeps, boops, or buzzes. Turn off your phones, your watches, your pagers, if you still got one of those, at least until you leave. Okay, we have got we always start our service by an acknowledgement on the land, in which we incidentally welcome Zoomers, welcome people who are here for the first time, guests. Nice to have you all here. We acknowledge the land on which we live is the way we start our service every week, our gathering. So let me read that. The Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. Okay, we're going to get things rolling here with a song which will be led by Donna, I'm hoping, because even though I'm learning to sing for my play, I'm not a singer.
If you would please stand and join me in singing Everything I Need to Know.
Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me.
All right, we are going to welcome each other. We're going to start out by the top half of this slide, which is a welcoming affirmation that we will all say together. Our theme for this month, as you'll see shortly, and it's November, deals with gratitude. So what I would like you to do is on the second half, just get up and go to somebody and say, I'm grateful that you are here. Now, I have been ordered to keep our announcements short. So how about this for short? See you next week. Wow. Okay. In theater, when you're getting close to the play opening, you do what's called a double speed run-through, which we did last week, where you do everything at twice the speed you normally would, so you become more comfortable with it. So I'm going to ask you, when you get up to somebody, do it with a lot of energy and say, I am grateful that you are here today. So together we all say, we are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, the science of mind teaching empowers us, and get up and meet somebody and say, I am grateful that you are here. On the screen you see our weekly schedule, all things coming up for the week. We're going to go into a little bit more detail about it.
Class. Class. Mr. Marcus, your attention.
Thank you, Jeff. My ego has been soothed slightly.
This will be on the test. This will affect your grade.
We have got a workshop that will be led after the service starting at 12:30. We have the potluck and, of course, birthday Sunday, all sorts of stuff going on today. And then after the potluck, the wandering monk, Brian, who you will meet shortly if you have not already, is going to lead a workshop. And it is called Awakening Higher States of Consciousness. I will let you, during your talk, speak to that if you would like. And we will continue to move on unless there's something you wanted to add right now. Okay. On the 9th, which is next week, this month is just full of special speakers, as opposed to us boring ones who are usually here. Hey, look what I had to endure. And besides, I'm one of the speakers, so I'm including myself. Tiffany is excluded, but the rest of us are. I'm trying to keep this short. All right. Reverend Lynn will be speaking next week. She always does a great job. Please make plans.
We have a guest musician, too, who also plays the harmonium. Her name is Moching Yip.
Oh, that's a harmonium.
It's harmonium.
I didn't realize that. Harmonium. Yeah. All right. And we will have a guest musician next week. The week, move slide. There we go. The following week, the 15th, is the men's group. We had a wonderful meeting yesterday, had some great conversations. It's a great place to get together with men of similar thought. So if you'd like to attend, please be there. For the Love of Writing, another local group that we have, led by Lorna, will be on the 21st. If you write, if you read, if you want to know about writing, if you think about writing, please attend. It's a small group. We write off of a prompt. We have a good time. We share our writing for those who want to. You will enjoy it, I guarantee. As you will also enjoy Louise, as she's... See, I just slid that right in. I got the segues working today. Art with Louise will be on the 22nd, and we'll have more about that probably next week. Reverend Angelica is doing her Thanksgiving potluck again. And that will be Thursday, November 27th. Coincidentally, happens to be Thanksgiving. She just planned it really well. That will be from 1 to 3. There is a sign-up sheet on the side table. Is the slide blurry, or am I losing my vision? It is. I'm losing my vision. Oh, my God.
There's
all right.
no slide.
What?
There's no slide.
There's no slide. All right. It is from 1 to 3 on the 27th. So sign up at the side table where there are other things to sign up for too. Please. Oh, there we go. Now that looks more clear to me. You guys are just like all gaslighting me today. I'm going to go leave and join the Baptists, and that will teach you. Sorry, no disrespect intended. I don't have a filter here. It comes in here, it comes out there. Imagine being my poor wife. All right, we have got Thanksgiving, we've got a holiday giveaway. Now what's going on? There we go. Our holiday giveaway is expanding. We need a lot of help. I was going to say I need a lot of help, but that becomes obvious. I'm the chair of this, and this is our 5th time that we're doing it, and I'm going to take a minute or so to talk about it because it is a wonderful event. What we do is we fill the entire building with decorations that people donate. We've already got several boxes downstairs. We will be getting more. This year we are adding in toys because if there was ever a year where people are needing help, this is the year. We have got to come together even more than we do and provide whatever support we can to our community because people are really hurting right now. And we are a community center. Let's step forward even more and help. So we need decorations, we need toys. We want them to be clean, we want them to be new preferably. We will fill the entire building, and then on Saturday, the 6th of December, we will open the doors at 11 a.m. And the building will be flooded. We only allow in about 25 at a time because literally the line goes from the entrance of the building through the parking lot and down the street. That's how many people show up for this. And we just give them away. We don't ask for money. We don't ask for donations. We don't, of course, evangelize. It's just a way of helping the community. So we need volunteers to handle all of this. This is a little complicated because the week prior to this, I'm going down to LA to see my sister in a play. So I won't be here for a good percentage of that week. So if you are able to help, please sign up on there we go, the lovely and talented James has the sign-up sheet. Let us know what you can do, and we're going to start rolling forward with this probably next week. So that's the 6th, the first Saturday in December. If you've been part of it, you will attest to what a wonderful experience it is. If you haven't been part of it, you will attest to what a wonderful experience it is next year after you go through it this year. It's fantastic. Your heart just expands 3 sizes or whatever happened to the Grinch. Okay, let's move forward. We got the holiday giveaway. I haven't forgotten you, Lori. I'll get you in here in a second. Practitioners, if you would like to talk to somebody, as we have said, these can be difficult times. So if you want to talk to somebody, please find one of the practitioners. I think we are all here today, including the healing Michelle, wherever Michelle, there she is, who's back from her surgery, so wonderful. And Judy, welcome back too. Nice to have you doing better too. But Michelle, Edward, myself, and Susan are the practitioners. We will gladly meet with you afterwards if you would like to talk. One more time, helping the community is our little pantry. We need meat and baby food especially. Whatever you can bring for our little pantry. Again, helping the community. There was a list on Lost Coast Outpost of all of the little pantries around the community, around Humboldt, so people can know where to get. I was really pleased with that. On the other hand, it's a sad statement that this is what we have to promote, but we're doing good. We are doing good and we're doing it well. So please donate what you can, especially meat and baby food. And Lori has a comment about an upcoming plant sale.
I think I need to do it in double time. So I went yesterday to get some pots at Green Lot where we always get our pots, and they no longer have them. And we had a planting party set up for tomorrow, but it's going to be 80% chance of rain. So we'll scooch that over, and thank goodness, because I didn't have enough pots. But anyway, just containers like this I'm collecting. Make sure they're clean because they might sit around for a long time. And this is something I'm probably going to have to do continually for years because we have no other way to get free pots. So all different sizes. There's a container out in the social hall underneath the table next to the little food pantry out there. And please bring them and drop them in there. Thank you.
Don't forget to poke a hole in the bottom.
Oh, don't worry about it. I have drills.
The comment you might not have heard was, don't forget to poke a hole in the bottom, and Lori responded with, she has a drill, which I believe was Martin Luther King's famous speech. I have a drill. I'm sorry. Thank you.
It was his dentist.
What was that?
It was his dentist that said that.
His dentist speech. All right. I was going to mention about, Lori, is it just that size container you want?
Even the small yogurt.
Yogurt containers, like cottage cheese containers.
Cottage cheese, the large cottage cheese, anything that you can think of. And of course, if you have like a pot or
Okay.
pots that you want to bring.
Any size that you can bring. I'm repeating this for the Zoomers. And then, do you want we're already collecting and we've got a few. Do you want the caps? You don't need the caps. Okay, no caps. Okay. Okay, let's move forward. Our theme this month is walking in gratitude. And I was actually really happy with how that one turned out. It was a total surprise. Sometimes the art creates itself. And I decided that I wanted to remind real quickly before we get into our next song and then the moment of peace, our positivity needs a lot of positive leaves. Please put some out there. And I figured when I'm up here, I'm going to read one every week. So I randomly pulled one. It's not random, it's one I liked. So one of the leaves that was on the positivity, I don't know who wrote it because people don't sign it. We are individualized beacons of love and light, catalyzing positive change. So whoever put that up there, thank you. Please add your own thoughts. Donna, if you'll come up and lead the song, and then I will return with our moment of peace.
Two things before we do this, our moment of peace. If you would like to see what kind of Christmas giving we already have in the basement, from that wall to that wall, it's stuffed. Just so you know, so be selective with the really special things. Number two, on November 23rd, we will have an ensemble presentation for you. So if you love to sing and would like a safe space to express, we will start rehearsing next week after Sunday celebration. And we're doing a wonderful song, very upbeat. And we have some new people coming in. I'm very excited about it. So for this moment, relax into your chair. I invite you to take a nice breath.
Just you, peaceful people, peaceful planet. We are the difference, just me, just you. The peace that we've been waiting for is living now within us. We have the power to believe it to be true. Just you, peaceful people, peaceful planet. We are the difference, just me, just you. The peace that we've been waiting for is here now within us. We have the power to believe it to be true.
Peaceful people, peaceful planet. We are the difference. We are the difference. We are the difference. Just me and you.
Now we're going to do our moment of peace, and after that, Brian will come up and do a message for us. He will do our message. So this month, walking in gratitude, the way the moment of peace works, we used to call it contemplative meditation also, is I'm going to read something that I found inspiring. Then there'll be a moment of silence where we meditate, think on it, whatever. Jackson will then play about a minute of music. And then I will come out and do a science of mind treatment. If you're not familiar with our philosophy, that is our version of affirmative prayer. And then I will introduce Brian, and then he will take it from here, and he will talk, and he will play music. And I'm so delighted you brought a harmonium. I didn't know you did, and I love those. Okay, so what I did is I looked for some quotes from New Thought spiritual leaders, and I didn't want to use Ernest Holmes. I mean, nothing against Ernest Holmes, but we're always quoting Ernest Holmes. So I found some others, two of which you might not, I've got 5 quick quotes, but the first 2 you might not know the names of them. So I just have like a sentence or 2 about who they are. So the first person is Wallace D. Wattles. I imagine some of you know him. I was not aware. Wallace D. Wattles was an American writer he was born in 1860, died in 1911. He remains kind of obscure within the movement, but his writing has been widely quoted and remains in print in the self-help movements. His best-known work is a 1910 book called The Science of Getting Rich. About gratitude, he said, "The grateful mind is constantly fixed upon the best. Therefore, it tends to become the best and receives the best." The next person, the others I won't need to explain, but this person you might not know also, Florence Scovel Shinn. She was an American writer, artist, and book illustrator from 1871 to 1940. She was very involved in she was a metaphysical writer, and she was best known for her first book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Her comment about gratitude. Gratitude is the law of increase, and complaint is the law of decrease. I love that one. Okay, Joel S. Goldsmith, who you probably do know, gratitude lifts us out of the sense of limitation into the awareness of infinite supply. Louise Hay, who's in one of our photographs up here somewhere, Louise Hay said, "Gratitude brings more to be grateful for. It increases your abundance." And finally, Marianne Williamson, "Joy is what happens to us when we allow ourselves to recognize how good things really are." And now a moment of silence.
standing in the presence on holy
At this moment, I am grateful for understanding that gratitude does not come to me, but comes from me. It comes from within and extends outward as far as I wish it to choose. I am aware that every moment that I can find something to be grateful for improves my life and all of those who are around me. I am aware that it is important to be grateful no matter what, even when it feels like there is nothing to be grateful for. There is always room for gratitude, an expanse of the heart, an increase in joy, happiness, and attraction of greater things. And knowing that this is happening and all I need to do is focus in the direction of gratitude, I release these words into the universal law of mind, knowing that they are coming back to me multiplied far beyond anything I can possibly imagine. And ironically, I am grateful for that too. And I say with gratitude, and so it is.
We are standing on holy ground, and I know that there are angels all around. Let us feel God's love right now, that sweet presence here with us on holy ground.
Thank you, Jackson. About to introduce our guest speaker and musician today. Got the light? There we go. So 13 years ago, Brian, a wandering monk, renounced his former life and set out on the road to share the mystical path to self-realization. He has held hundreds of gatherings at spiritual centers, churches, and yoga studios all over the country. He is an inspirational speaker and a meditation teacher. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Satsang? Satsang means association with higher truth. In these sacred gatherings, Brian speaks about the nature of truth and love, and he recounts his amazing adventures as a monk and renunciant. Oh, I got them both right. He tells ancient tales about the mystical lives of saints. He holds a transformative space to bring the mind into deeper states of meditation. And what I'm especially pleased to hear about is, because I love both of these, he plays harmonium and leads kirtan. If you haven't experienced kirtan, you're in for a real, real treat. So if we could warmly welcome the wandering monk, Brian. It's all yours.
You don't mind if I sit down here, do you?
You want that spotlight off?
This one can turn off, yeah.
Looks better on TV.
I don't want to be in the spotlight.
All right, switch.
So actually, I thought I would start with a song just because it would kind of warm up the room with the energy. And so this is a Sanskrit mantra, power word. It comes from ancient India, and the words are Anandam, Premanandam. So it's Anandam, Premanandam. Ananda means bliss, and prema means love. So it's an invocation of the presence of bliss and love in the room. So we'll chant it. One of the reasons we chant it over and over is so by the end you actually have learned Maybe. That's why we repeat it. But the intention is to really sense and feel the energy, feel the invocation. So this is how the song goes, and you can sing with me as you get it. Anandam Premanandam 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 Anandam Premanandam. And then if you want to take a mantra deeper into your being, you breathe it in. So we'll take in 5 deep breaths in and out through the nose, breathing in the light of Anandam, Premanandam. Relax. Feel the presence of our heart glowing. actually feel like you'll get the point of my message much more powerfully through mantra than you will by my words. The message I share comes through a transmission, a spiritual transmission that penetrates every part of one's being, the body, the mind, the emotions, the intellect, to the very soul. So it's an awakening power, you could say, that I'm sharing. Not so much an intellectual message. It's very, very different. Gratitude can spring up from you naturally when your heart is awakened. Otherwise, it can be somewhat of an intellectual game. I'm grateful for this because of this. You see what I mean? You're still in your mind, in your thoughts, thinking, how should I be grateful? But if the heart space is awakened, the spiritual heart, then it's a sort of constant outpouring of gratitude without having to think about why I'm grateful. That's a kind of a leap in the next dimension of gratitude, you could say. You know, I'm grateful that I have a place to stay while I'm in Eureka. Reverend Angelica has been very sweet in that she's been reading to me her Friday message. Has anyone read those? Yeah. They're really good. If you haven't gotten the book, you should get it. I say very poetic, you know, and helpful to begin the day with a positive message. So, in a way, I would say I'm sharing the mystical way to connect to gratitude itself through the heart. You have a subtle heart, not just a physical heart. Some people call it a heart chakra. You've heard the term. It's invisible. Some people don't even believe it exists. But it's real, and it's a spinning chakra. It's a spinning disc. And it's got millions of energies in it. Most people's heart chakras are shut down because of breaking up with breaking up, divorces and things like that, betrayals, sadness, sorrow. The heart gets shut down and it says, I have no reason to love. The world is a mean, cold place. That's what happened to the Grinch. You know, his heart shut down. His heart chakra shut down. We should have talked to him about that. Let me give you some heart chakra medicine. So when I'm sharing mantra medicine, these mantras, it's like a magical, mystical medicine that's invisible, that starts to percolate through your heart space, that heart center, and awaken and sort of clear the darkness in that space. And how do you know when your heart center is opening? Endless joy and love. Nothing in life can shut down your heart. Not even politicians. So instead of turning on the news and complaining about what's going on with politicians, you turn on the news so that you can pray for them. That's the difference between a heart-centered person and a person whose heart is shut down. One person naturally goes into complaint mode. You've probably met a person like that. You know what that person specializes in? Gossip. It's a specialty. Gossip's very fun, right? Juicy. Very exciting. The person who's awakened their heart is not interested in talking about other people and complaining about the world. Not even on social media. They just are like a living prayer. When the heart space opens, it awakens. It's like you become a sun of energy, glowing everywhere. You don't have to say anything to anyone. And you're radiating this love. That's the sun right here. And Jesus is called the Son of God. Guess where he resides? On the throne of your heart, the living Christ. You don't have to wait for the second coming to experience Christ. That Christ is on the throne of your heart. And he awakens, he, she, whatever you want to call it, awakens through spiritual effort. This is why when I'm at Reverend Angelica's house, a lot of the time I'm in my room and I'm doing spiritual practices, trying to jumpstart my heart. When you get those shock treatments? That's what I'm trying to do. Brian, awaken your heart. You don't need to close down anymore. So I chant the mantras and I read spiritual books, and I watch little clips on saints. And that keeps me inspired. But what is this mystical path? It's an invisible transmission. So usually, just to give you an idea, because this is a sort of ancient concept, you already know this, there's a tradition of the guru. The guru is the enlightened being. In other words, the true Son of God, the one who is completely awakened and purified, is a living fountain of light and love and joy and peace. Once in a while, those great gurus and avatars descend upon earth, and certain people are attracted to them who become their disciples. So that guru or avatar passes down the invisible teachings to the disciples. The disciples just sit around that being and imbibe the energy like osmosis. Like reverse osmosis machines, they create the nice water. You sit in the presence of light and it catches on to you. That's a mystical path. And I got really interested in that long ago. I don't even remember when it was, 2006. I decided to go to a spiritual retreat in Austin, Texas. And the energy was really beautiful. It's the first spiritual retreat I ever went to, 4 days. In that retreat, we did a very serious breath session. And about 40 minutes into that deep breathing session, imagine 40 minutes of breathing, deep breathing. That'd be hard. And I'd never done that before. Suddenly, I opened my eyes, and something turned on like a flame. And it sent my mind into this meditative state that never turned off. And the world appeared so full of bright light and color. I was never the same after that breath session. Even unto today, that meditative power flowing through me constantly, sending me into meditation. Well, after that, I said, there's something to this. Something worked. Something clicked. I'm no longer the same person. This is not the same Brian. And so I began very excitedly to follow in the path of these saints. I searched for them everywhere. I traveled long distances, used tremendous amount of resources to go and sit with those yogis and saints and gurus. That was my path. And I told you about this one. the one who was in silence, who had been, his master had told him, now your practice is to be silent, to never speak again. And that was like, and by the time I met this one who was in silence, it was 40 years later, so he had been in silence for 40 years. I would go to see him in a place called Mount Madonna. Does anyone know Mount Madonna? Yes. Okay, good. Has anyone met Baba Haridas? Yes, you have. Yes, great. Yeah, one of my great teachers at the start. And he always wrote on a chalkboard. So you'd ask him, people come and visit him from thousands of miles and ask him a question like, what's the meaning of life? You know, and he can't say anything. So what does he do? He just does this right chalkboard and he goes, love. Love. And he just like writes one or two words, you know, very, very simple messages. But that wasn't the point. The words are not it. We are caught so much in science, in intellect. We think way too much. Here it was about feeling, sensing, opening to a deeper spiritual essence. And that's how I grew spiritually, going to visit these great beings. And then, I just remember in 2008, I flew from Los Angeles to New York City to go see Swami Purna, who we lit a candle for. And the minute that he walked into the room, before I had even seen him, I was stunned, overwhelmed by the presence. No other yogi or saint or guru could compare to this presence. It was hard for me to handle that much light, actually. Yawning and fidgeting, part of my mind saying, I don't know if I can take this any longer. The energy is too strong. This is why, you know, if you find a true guru, generally what they do is they hold back the light. They don't want to share too much because it would destroy you. The light is too much. It would bring too much of the ego to the surface. So we'd have to take it bits at it. You know, chewing, you know, like a cow chews on grass. You know that a cow has two stomachs? You know that, yeah. So they need a lot of processing of that green grass turn into white milk. How does that happen? Green grass to white milk? At least it would be green. So that's how you process spiritual energy. Bit by bit, you transmute yourself from darkness to light. That is exactly what the word guru means in Sanskrit, from darkness to light. So, of course, as you all know, the great guru of the West is considered as Jesus Christ, which is why we invoked him in the meditation. Most people know, and part of my role is to sort of bridge the gap, to bring the Eastern and Western traditions together, to bring back the mystical Jesus Christ, rather than the religious Jesus Christ. So my interest is more to connect with the essence of what he is, rather than sort of a lot of the rules and dogmas that are associated with him. And so that mystical path is passed down to the disciples, and then the disciples become like the guru. If they're open enough, if they absorb the teaching enough, they become like the teacher. The teacher never says, I'm higher than you and you're lower than me. It never happens. The true teacher says, you are me and I am you. There is no difference. There is only one. That is a true teacher. The true teacher sees God everywhere, no exception. That's why being in the presence of a teacher is so powerful, because they see you as divine, whereas we see things as very mundane. We see separation. The true teacher sees unity, one infinite consciousness, one being, seemingly acting as separate. So then the disciples pass that on, that message or that energy or that transmission, down to the next generation. On and on and on and on. And that's how the mystical path works. And so, how do you know when you're making progress on the mystical path? Well, I'll tell you the first key is very simple. You can feel the energy. You can recognize who's who, right? I would say most human beings are locked in the three-dimensional world. Their consciousness is living in earth consciousness, or what you call the root chakra, which is, I am a body. You show your passport, this is me. Right? So this is most, probably 99% of humans living in the earth chakra, the root chakra. But as we purify ourselves and our negativity, our issues, our darkness, we make room for the divine spark to rise up the spine into higher realms of consciousness, more expanded realms. It's a literal path. This is the spine. This is the pathway. At the bottom is earth. At the top is infinity. You're trying to get to infinite consciousness, to break out of this idea that I am a human being walking on a planet somewhere just trying to get by. When you reach this space, this chakra, the crown center, by the way, it's called crown for a reason, the royal path, the divine path. This is, when you reach there, that's when you get a halo. People walk around and say, wow, you got a good halo going today. Did you ever say that to someone? That's a way to get a date, Spiritual date, If they don't get it, drop them, they're probably, they got to get the spiritual jokes. Spiritual jokes are fun. So, this is infinity. So you go from being just a separate human clod of earth, walking around on earth, into I am that I am. I am infinite. There is nothing but me. This is quite a long path, and oftentimes for people, takes lifetimes of walking that path. Because we seem to have so many gravities pulling us down. Earth wants to keep us on this planet, right? Through gravity. It's pretty strong. You don't see people flying off of Earth into space or something. Lady Earth wants to keep us here. Similarly, your mind seems to want to keep you in the dark. Mind has great gravity, so to conquer the mind, to break out of that, that's a tough path. We need help to break out of our crazy mind. We're relieved even if the mind stops thinking for a few seconds. I remember even a couple of times when that happens, and I start crying. I was so moved. Finally, the huge weight of my mind off. I felt so free. I wept. So how do you conquer this mind that wants to keep you in the sort of blindness? There's only one solution, and it's very simple. It's called the grace of God. In Sanskrit, it's kripa. Kripa is the word for the grace of God. When you're in the presence of a being who is representing that graceful factor, a Christ being. They emanate that grace. That grace comes to the person and assists them in clearing away massive amounts of darkness very quickly. You see, if you knew me, I can be rather impatient. I don't want to just stroll towards God. I want to sprint. See, people take their spiritual path so casually. At least kind of this is my sense. I mean, I've made spirituality as my life. Day and night, I think about God. Please, show me the way. Every day, praying. Show me your face. I want to see you. I want to know you. I want to find my beloved. That longing is so crucial. If you don't have that longing to find God, your mind sweeps you away into its eddies and currents. It will take you. So, and that longing, I call as the path of devotion or bhakti. Bhakti is the devotion. It's the path that gives you wings. And this is the path that I'm sharing. So I wanted to just conclude with this final song, which you can sing with me, which is Hari Om. Hari Om means hurry home. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Thank you very much.
That was lovely. Now I feel too settled to go forward. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. We are going to share our gifts. That's me, isn't it? There we go. The plates will be passed around. Please put whatever you can in the plate, a penny, a nickel, a dime, $1, $100, whatever you can afford. And no matter how much you put in or how much you cannot afford to put in, always, always, always put in love and put in gratitude, because that goes with whatever you put in, whether it's money or not. So together we say, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond, and so it is. With gratitude and joy, we accept these gifts donated by the people in this room and the thoughts that are coming into this room from the Zoomers and from any other place that's experiencing our talk. These thoughts, this love, this joy, these gifts will launch forward into our community, helping to provide joy and happiness and even more gratitude. And for that, we give thanks and we say, and so it is. Okay, a couple more things to do. Don't want to get in the way. As a speaker, I've learned never stand in the way of food. So coming up in a moment, we have the potluck, the first of the month potluck, birthday potluck, redundancy potluck. We won't be doing any demonstrations today, but we would like to sing happy birthday to anybody whose birthday is in November. I know two offhand. Yes. Oh, okay. If your birthday is in November, please, wow, look at all the November, good Lord. There must have been a lot.
Yeah, is your birthday coming up?
It is, in November, though.
Yeah.
Next year.
There must have been a lot of celebrating on Valentine's Day many years ago. Because look how many, this is more we've had than any other month. So together we will all sing loudly with joy and off key, please. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear November birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Next, we will do the community statement of inclusion. And we would like a volunteer, preferably somebody who hasn't done it before. It's fun, it's thrilling, you win all sorts of imaginary money. But we'll take anybody who wants to do it. Who would like to read our community statement of inclusion? Thank you, Donna, who will then lead us in the peace song. The lyrics will be on that screen. We will gather in a circle. If you're not familiar with the song, my suggestion you should stand on that side.
We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remain learners and listeners so we may grow together, and understand that oneness is not sameness. Together we say, we know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well. If you would please stand and make a circle encompassing the room. We will sing the peace song. Well done. Here we go. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, and peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in